Beautiful again. Perfect. Okay, let's get started. We'll start in a standing position. Standing nice and tall. Have length in your spine. Shoulders nice and relaxed. So stand tall at the top of your mat. Really have length, focus from the crown of the head down to the heels, and bring the hands through to heart space. Let's connect the right and the left sides of our bodies. Let's inhale up to the sky. Lovely hyper extension of the back. And as you exhale, open the chest. Inhale. And as you exhale, open the chest. Lovely. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Lovely circle action of the arms. Let's mobilize into those shoulders and a little wrap of the body, a little bend into the knees, a little bit of movement there, and then a little pedal of the feet, heel toe action. Just get that little bit of movement there. Bring the hands up through heart space. Let's inhale up to the sky. As you exhale, fold forwards towards the earth. Hanging heavy and long, and let the weight of gravity draw you down, and just feel the stretch down the back of the legs, release the neck and the shoulders, soften the brow. Maybe take hold of each elbow, hanging the head between the arms, maybe closing the eyes, lowering the gaze. Just take a moment and dangle the arms, softness in the breath. Come up slowly, one vertebra at a time. Unpeel, uncurl, unwind. Bring the hands up through heart space. Inhale. And as you exhale, open the chest and do a wonderful rotation there of the shoulders. Let's step back into warrior one. So take a big step back, squaring the hips to the top of the mat, melting the back heel down, floating the arms up nice and high. So from the fingertips down to the toes, to the heels rather, you have lovely alignment. Open with beautiful cactus arms and draw all the way back. You have lovely alignment from the crown of the head all the way down to the heels, softness in the breath. So as you look down, you should be able to see your toes if your knees are in the correct alignment. Lovely fist distance between the chin and the chest. Float into the top of the mat and stand tall. Inhale up to the sky. Lovely hyper extension of the back. Exhale. Release those arms and mobilize those shoulders. Step back with the other foot into warrior one. So big step back, melting the heels down, squaring the hips, lengthening through from the top of the fingertips down to the heels. Softness in the breath. Open with cactus arms and draw all the way back, getting that wonderful alignment from the crown of the head down to the heels. Nice strong pose, softness in the breath. And then float to the top of the mat. Close the pose. Inhale up to the sky. Lovely hyper extension of the back. Exhale, melt towards the earth. Softness in the knees. Hang heavy and long. Let the weight of gravity draw us down. And just release, let go. Just folding in half. It's a wonderful release. Hang, let go, softness. Dangle. Just let go. Just let the weight of gravity draw you down. Okay. That's better. And then come up, nice control, like the sun coming up from the sea. Big stretch and bring the hands through to heart space. Stepping back into warrior one, again squaring the hips, floating the arms up nice and high, open with beautiful cactus arms. Draw back with waterfall arms. So from the crown of the head to the heels, beautiful alignment. Float the arms up and just mobilize into those shoulders. Just really working into those shoulders. Now turn that back heel and come into warrior two. Squaring the hips to the side edge of the mat. Really reach and lengthen through. Turn the palms to the sky. And as we reach up to the sky, we straighten that bent knee. Inhale. And as we exhale, come down. Inhale, big high length. Exhale, back down. Good. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Now melt down the back leg into that reverse warrior. Eye gaze looking to the heels, softness in the breath. Bring the elbow towards the knee, side angle pose. Reach, stretch and lengthen. Give those fingers a little wiggle. Perfect. Now back into warrior two, sinking into the pose. Perfect. Step into the top of the mat, close the pose, hands up through heart space. Inhale up to the sky. Beautiful hyper extension of the back. Exhale, release the arms by your sides. Step back with the other foot into warrior one. Again, squaring the hips, floating the arms like a sword above your head. Melting the back heel down. Open with cactus arms and draw back with waterfall arms. Float the arms forwards and back, just really mobilizing into the shoulders and the chest. Then turn that back heel, come into warrior two, sinking into the pose, melting down. Releasing any tension in the shoulders, turn the palms to the sky. Inhale, up to the sky, straighten both legs. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Let's do two more. Draw the energy all the way up, melt that energy down. Reverse warrior, elbow to the sky, eye gaze to the heels, softness in the breath, that back leg straight and strong. Bring your elbow towards your knee, side angle pose. This is a lovely stretch out for the body. Big stretch, reaching, relaxing the shoulders, softening the brow. And then back into warrior two. Sink into the pose. Step to the top of the mat. Close the pose. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, fold forwards and dangle. Release, let go. Softness in the breath, hanging heavy and long. As if you were hanging over a washing line. Just let the weight of gravity draw you down. Hang those fingers and curl any tension in those toes. Softness in the breath. Come up slowly, one vertebra at a time. Peel and curl, unwind. Bring the hands up through heart space. Inhale. And as you exhale, open the chest. Perfect. So we're going to step back onto the tiptoe. Keeping the heel raised at the back. Straightening the leg and float the arms up. So like a sword above your head. So this would be option one. So it's length from the fingertips down to the heels. Floating the arms back and create length. Lovely alignment all the way down with that fist distance between the chin and the chest. So that's option one. We can all do that. Keeping softness in the knee, we're going to go into drawing back to the heel into a dancer's pose, but you can stay with this if balance is an issue. So float back, bringing the heel up, and then draw the heel away from the bottom. Stretch and lengthen and reach to a wonderful dancer's pose. You could keep the heel down if you need to. You can even hold on to a wall if you need to. And then back into mountain pose and bring the hands through to heart space. Excellent. Let's step back with the other foot onto the tiptoe. Lengthen through. So there's always options. Length from the fingertips in the air, down to the heels, heel raised. If balance is an issue, stay with this. This is fine. If you're able to, keeping this knee soft, float up and take hold of the back heel, or you could even take the back heel towards the bottom without touching it. And that's a start there. So work with your body, squaring the hips, softening the brow, and then step to the top of the mat and bring the hands to heart space. Let's inhale up to the sky. Exhale, just open the chest and release those shoulders. Again, step onto the tiptoe with the first leg. But this time, as you lift up, big length, and then just bend into the back knee into a crescent lunge. Excellent, just holding it here, then straighten that leg, pointing the fingers. Tilting the pelvis forwards, keeping the heel raised. Crescent lunge, pointing forwards. One more time. Excellent. Now melt the heel down into warrior one, squaring the hips, floating the arms nice and high. Excellent. Open with cactus arms. Draw back with waterfall arms. So from the crown of the head to the heels, you have beautiful alignment. Step into the top of the mat, closing the pose with a little pedal of the feet. A little bit of movement there in the heels. Wonderful. So with the other foot, step back again onto the tiptoe. Floating the arms up nice and high. Length from the fingertips down to the heels. Keeping the heel raised, bend the back knee, tilt the pelvis forwards. Excellent crescent lunge. Then point. Bend. And point. Can we do two more? Tilting that pelvis forwards, keeping the heel raised. Wonderful. One more. Excellent. Let's step to the top of the mat, close the pose, hands to heart space. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale down to the earth. Oh, hang heavy and long. Let the weight of gravity draw you down. Softness in the brow. Maybe take hold of each elbow, hanging the head between the arms, and just release any tension that you may have. Uncurl tension in your toes. Softness in your breath. Come up just halfway. Halfway lift, a nice flat back. You should feel a lovely stretch down the back of the legs, and the back is nice and flat, like a table. There we go. Then bend into the knees. Just release. Bring your palms to the earth and come into all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's arch through the spine. Exhale. Dip the spine. Inhale. Arch through the spine. Exhale. And dip the spine. Inhale. Now, if kneeling is an issue, come into a seated position if you need to. Exhaling, arching the spine. Inhaling, lifting the crown of the head. So working through cow-cat is a wonderful way of releasing tension in the neck, the shoulders, the upper back, the lower back. Every time the head raises, we inhale, we dip the spine. Every time we round through the spine, arch the back, we exhale. One more set. Really working into that lower back. Dangling the neck, releasing. Now in this all fours position, float one leg back, pointing the toes, flexing the heels, point and flex. And keep both hands to the floor if you wish. If you're able to, the opposite arm lengthens through. Pointing, lengthening, strong pose, yes. Let's change sides again on the other side. Pointing, lengthening, flexing. You need to pad out your knees for this one. And then hands and knees to the earth. Arch through the back. And dip the spine. Let's bring our heart down to the earth. Keep our bottom high. Poppy dog. This is a lovely release for the upper back. It's a stretch out. Really feel that stretch into the upper back, the neck and the shoulders. Softness as the heart sinks down. Just take a moment. And then back into all fours. A lovely arch of the back and a dip of the spine. Let's come into a seated position. Bring those legs out in front. Give those knees a little release. Let's float up to the sky. Inhale. Big stretch. So nice straight back. So if you find your back's not straight with your legs straight, you're tending to do that. Bend the knees. Draw the chest forwards, reach up to the sky. Now fold from the hips towards the toes. Inhale, exhale. So as you pull the toes towards you, pull away with the toes, you stretch into the neck, the back and the shoulders. Softness in the breath. So really feel that lovely stretch. Tangling, releasing, letting go. And slide along your shins, into your knees, into your thighs. So let's lift up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, fold in half towards the toes. Pull the toes towards you. Pull away with the toes and stretch into the neck, back and the shoulders. Softness in the breath. A wonderful stretch. Maybe do a little pedal of the feet, stretching that little bit more into the shoulder blades. Yes. As the heart sinks into the thighs. Softening the brow. And slide along your shins, into your knees, into your thighs. Perfect. Let's lie down. Hug our knees into our chest. Massage our back into the earth. Rock from right to left, and left to right. Really nice way of massaging the back. Now with the toes together, hands to the knees, open and close the inner thighs. There's a mobilizer here for the inner thighs. You feel the support of the earth beneath you. Feel that mobilization here in the hips. Now dangle the toes from the sky. Do a little pedal of the feet. A little heel toe action. A little bit of movement there in the ankles. And now with softness in the knees, hang out, shaking the legs. Releasing. Now dangle the arms, melt the shoulders into the earth. Just release, let go. Now float the shoulders off. Inhale. melt the shoulders down. Float the shoulders, melt the shoulders down. Big stretch there, and then release. And then do almost if you're walking on the ceiling, little pedal of the feet, a little bit of movement there in the hands. Let's bend the knees, place the feet flat to the floor with the knees bent. Walk the heels in enough so you can touch the ankles, but you're comfortable with the knees. Readjust your body so your back is flat into the earth. And then start to zip and rock the pelvic floor. So get a little bit of movement there in the pelvic floor. Softness in the breath. So soften the brow, soften the body, and then just tilt and rock the navel to the spine, a tiny little squeeze in the lower lumbar spine, and then release. Rock, tilt, squeeze. Rock, tilt, release. Rock, tilt, squeeze. Rock, tilt, release. Now place the palms to the earth, relax the shoulders away from the ears, soften the brow, and then as you lift the hips, push the palms into the earth and scoop up into that wonderful bridge, really expanding the chest as you inhale. Lovely back strengthener this is. So now you can feel the connection of the earth underneath the palms, underneath the back of the head and the neck. And slowly reconnect, sink in and melt into the earth with control and let go. So let's just repeat a little zip and a rock of the pelvic floor, softening the brow, lifting and unpeeling the hips, pushing the palms into the earth, expanding the chest as you inhale. Just holding it here, so from the top of the knees to the shoulders, beautiful alignment. And as you exhale, sink and reconnect to the earth and melt down with control. Let's turn the palms to the sky, release the shoulders away from the ears, and let's float the arms overhead or up to the sky, whatever works for your shoulders, as the hips rise. Beautiful alignment from the top of the knees to the fingertips. Scoop up as high as you can. Really feel that strength into the lower back. And then reconnect, melt to the earth, and sink down with control. Let's do that again. Inhale the hips high. Scoop the arms overhead or up to the sky, whatever works for you and your body. Keeping the hips high, draw the arms underneath the lower back or to the earth, really expanding the chest to a beautiful bridge. It's a lovely opener of the heart. It's a strengthener of the back. Just hold for a few breaths. Engaging into the throat chakra as well. It's a lovely pose. And then reconnect as if you were zipping your back into the earth and melt down with control. Let's dangle the toes from the sky. Do a little pedal of the feet. Get that little bit of movement there. And then just hang out. Releasing, yes. Now hug the knees into an upside down child's pose. Draw the nose to the knees. Massage in the back. So just do a little rock. Lovely little release. And then melt your back to the earth. Hands to the knees. A little mobilize the hair of the hips. Lovely rotation there. Now place the feet to the floor with the knees bent. Take the arms out wide into a T shape. Then drop from right to left, from left to right, mobilizing into the lower lumbar spine. Just feel that drop. Wonderful. So sink down on one side, keep the head, neck and shoulders in contact with the earth. Down on the other side. Nice stretch there. Perfect. Good. Let's lengthen through the body. So let's point the fingers, point the toes. It's almost like you're standing on your tiptoes, reaching up to the sky. Big stretch from the fingertips all the way down to the toes. And then release. Point, stretch, lengthen, and release. Wiggle those ankles, wiggle those toes, wiggle those fingers. Now let's hug the knees. Crunch into that little ball. And you can either roll to your side and come up to that seated position, or rock straight up into that seated position. Sitting tall, lift up to the sky, and then exhale down towards the earth, folding in half, pulling the toes towards you, pulling away with the toes, just melting your heart to your thighs, softening your brow, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears, softness in the breath. And then slide along the shins, into the knees, into the thighs. Perfect. Bring one knee into the chest, flexing the foot of the straight leg, relaxing the shoulders. So avoid hunching up, let the shoulders relax. Wiggle the ankles of that straight leg. Perfect. So we're going to go into a half Lord of the Fish. So where we have this knee, we take it over the straight leg. Any hip replacements, you can just keep the knee here and turn. If you're able to, up and over, hand to the knee, flexing the foot of the straight leg, and then turn away from the legs, really opening into the chest, softening, relaxing the shoulders, softness in the breath. Just holding it here. And then counter pose, hand to the knee, open the chest, and back to that neutral position. So you can either repeat or bring the heel of the straight leg underneath the lower body, so into a full Lord of the Fish. And you can either place the hand or the elbow to the knee, a lovely spinal twist. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist, softening the breath. Beautiful pose. And then counter pose, looking in the opposite direction and back to that neutral position. Let's just fold forward before we do the other side. So melt your heart to your thighs, soften your brow. Sinking into the pose. Pull the toes towards you, pull away with the toes, feeling that lovely stretch into the neck, the back and the shoulders, and back to the calves and the thighs too. And slide along your shins, into your knees, into your thighs. Let's do the other side. So we flex the foot of the straight leg. We bring the knee into the chest. We sit nice and tall. We relax the shoulders. Again, take the foot over. Any hip replacements, keep it where it is. Hand to the knee. Lovely spinal twist. Keeping the foot flexed to the straight leg. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Fantastic detoxification pose. And then counter pose. And back to that neutral position. Either repeat or bring the heel of the straight leg underneath the buttock cheek of the bent knee. And again, either the hand to the knee or the elbow to the knee. Come into that full Lord of the Fish. So again, knee or hip issues, you can adapt to suit. Relaxing the shoulders, softening the brow. And then again to counter pose. And back to that neutral position. Let's bring those legs out in front. Just melt forwards. Pulling the toes towards you, pulling away with the toes, stretching into the neck, back and the shoulders. And then slide along your shin into your thighs. Perfect. Bending the knees. A wonderful rounding of the spine. A little release here of the neck. Noting any areas of tightness or tension. Work on those areas. And then float the crown of the head up to the sky. Inhale, let the shoulders release. Exhale. Stretching into the back. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Make the neck long, lovely flat back. Last time, exhale. Inhale. Perfect. Good. Let's come into a seated position, a cross-legged Sukhasana. Open the hips, maybe sit on a block if you need to. Just readjust yourself so you're nice and comfortable. Resting your hands lightly on your knees. A little mobilizer here of the neck. Really working into tightness and tension in the neck and the shoulders. Turn the palms to the sky, thumb to index fingers, into a focusing mudra. Just take a moment, maybe close the eyes, lower the gaze, soften the brow, start to focus on your breath. As you inhale through the nose, the lungs expand, the chest rises, the shoulders melt, and then as you exhale, it's like deflating everything. Inhale, exhale, ready to start the day. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And hold. And as you exhale, really deflating one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Perfect. Let's do a little release here of the shoulders. Maybe bring the fingertips to the earth. And then as you inhale, lift the chest. Come up onto the fingertips. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen through the neck. Look up at the sky. And as you exhale, deflate. Inhale. Let the shoulders release. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Perfect. Elbow to the earth. Lovely side body stretch, keeping both buttock cheeks into the earth. Big stretch. Back to that neutral position. And again, inhale. Just love this side body stretch. Back to that neutral position. One more time. Here we go. Melting the elbow to the earth or a block. Releasing the neck and the shoulders. Back to that neutral position. Over to the other side. Inhale to stretch and lengthen. And back to that neutral position. Good. And again, inhale. Back to that neutral position. Last time. It's really like stretching and ironing out the body. Excellent. And back to that neutral position. Just release those shoulders. Straighten one leg. My favourite stretch of all. Reach to the toes. Look away from the legs. Then float the arms up to the skies. If you're drawing a little rainbow up and down towards the earth. Overhead. Up to the sky. Down towards the earth. This is particularly good for any sciatic nerve pain. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. So you can keep it nice and low like this. You can even have a bend in the knee if you need to, as you stretch into the side body. If you want to take the pace up a little bit, as you bring that hand up to the sky, down to the earth, you can lift, stretch, lengthen, and reach. So it's a great shoulder strengthener. And then melt your bottom to the earth, your hands to your toes, again, your head again towards your knee. Stretch into that side body. And then release. Take the hand that was touching the toes to the knee and just twist that a little bit more, relaxing the shoulders, softening the brow. And both directions. Let's change sides. So, bring the other leg here. And again, if this is an issue with your knees, you can adapt. Place a block underneath your knees. Reach into the toes. Let's inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Beautiful side body stretch. Absolutely love this stretch. A beautiful day as well. Oh, sun is up. Wonderful. And then hands to the earth. Lift and lengthen if your body allows. Stretch and reach. Melt your bottom to the earth. Your hands to your toes. Again, your head towards your knee. And then release. Hand that was touching the legs. Onto the knee. Relaxing the shoulders. And then again, a counter pose. And back to that neutral position. Wide legs, reach towards the toes. Inhale, exhale. Fold as far forwards as you can and stretch into those inner thighs. Softness, release, let go. And then release. Perfect. Let's cross the heels, cross the legs. Bring the hands through to heart space. Just thank yourself for showing up today. Just giving yourself half an hour. Be prepared for the day. Let's inhale up to the sky. Positive action, positive energy, and let's go of anything negative. Let's breathe in. Yes, I can, and I'm able to. And let go of, no, I can't. Bring the hands to the heart space. And by your actions, let's only do good deeds. Bring your hands to your lips, and by your words, let's only say kind things to everybody we meet. And then bring your hands to your third eye, your forehead, and by your thoughts, let's only think kind thoughts. From the love and the light that shines within me to you, until I'm able to guide you through a practice again. Namaste. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Brilliant start to a new week. Thank you so much for joining me.